In this video, I'm going to show you how to install and get Kali Linux up and running within a VirtualBox on a Windows computer. Actually, there are various ways to get Kali Linux up and running. You can decide to use the dual booting, which enables you to boot between Windows and Kali. You can decide to use a USB drive. You install Kali Linux on your USB drive, hence you can boot directly from your USB drive. This makes your Kali Linux portable. Today, we are going to install Kali Linux as a virtual machine using VirtualBox. You could use WSL, but it has its own advantages and disadvantages. You could use VMware. Same as WS, it has its own advantages and disadvantages. As a starting point, I strongly encourage you to use VirtualBox on a Windows computer because that's going to be one of the easiest ways to get your Kali Linux up and running. VirtualBox is free, Linux is free, and in fact an open source operating system. So there is nothing stopping you to get this up and running. This is what we call Type 2 Hypervisor. As you can see, we are running a hypervisor on a host operating system. In this example, our host hypervisor is Windows and the guest operating system is this Kali Linux virtual machine running within Windows on a VirtualBox, which is the Type 2 hypervisor. I'm going to show you how to install hypervisors and enable virtualization processor on your BIOS setting so as to get your virtual machine up and running. I have said a lot. Let's get started. You need to learn hacking. Open Task Manager under Performance to check if your virtualization is enabled. As you can see, mine is enabled. If yours is not enabled, restart your computer pressing the F12 key. It will take you to a BIOS setting, enable virtualization and save the changes and you will be set to go. Just save the changes and click yes. After you have saved the changes, you can confirm that your virtualization has been enabled. Now let's install our Type 2 hypervisor. Visit the Oracle website. Scroll down, you can see VirtualBox version 7. Click on that. Scroll down to VirtualBox platform packages. You can see we have the Windows, Mac, and Linux. For today, we are going to install in our Windows, so click on Windows hosts. As it downloads, let's visit Kali Linux website. Kali is the most advanced penetration testing distribution. It's an open source, Debian-based Linux geared to various information security tasks such as penetration testing, security research, and many more. You can go through their documentation, but today we are just going to download Kali Linux. Take your time to go through the documentation. After you have clicked on download, you'll have to choose your platform. For today, I'm going to show you how to install the iOS image and the already pre-built VirtualBox image. Click on installer images. Scroll down, you can see we have the 64-bit, which is a complete offline installation. And we also have everything includes the everything iOS, which includes every tool possible. This is 16 GB. So for today, we are going to install the complete installer iOS. So click on download. Get back, click on virtual machines. Scroll down. You can see we have here VMware, VirtualBox, Hyper-V. Because we are going to use VirtualBox as our Type 2 hypervisor, you'll have to download the Kali Linux VirtualBox image. So click here on download VirtualBox image for Kali Linux. Go to downloads so that you can install your VirtualBox. Click on VirtualBox, then click on next so that you can install it. Click next. Agree. We'll just go with the defaults. Click next. It will display this warning, but we just move with that. It's talking about internet interface. Just click yes. Missing dependencies, just click yes. And click on install to finish the installation. This will take some time. I want to start my VirtualBox after installation, so I will go with the default by clicking finish. There you have it. We have installed our VirtualBox in our Windows. That's one step done. So what we'll need to do, we'll go and visit Oracle website so that we can download the extension pack for VirtualBox. So I'll scroll down till I see VirtualBox extension pack. So as you can see, it supports virtual RDP, disk encryption, PX boot, and Intel cards. So I will go ahead and download all support. I'll click on download all support platforms. I will go ahead and install the extension pack. I had already installed it as I was preparing for this tutorial. So I'll just click on reinstall, then scroll through the agreement and click on I agree. I will first run the pre-built virtual machine. To do that, I'll have to install the 7-zip file. Click to install. I'll install that. I'll use these to extract the pre-built virtual machines. I will go ahead and extract the files using the 7-zip. This will take a while. This is my extracted folder. Let's get back to our VirtualBox manager and click on add. Locate your extracted folder to get this VirtualBox file. Click on it to open it. There you go. My Kali virtual machine is imported into my VirtualBox. So before I start my VirtualBox, I will have to check the settings so that I can make sure that it's okay and it has been allocated the right space, RAM, and processor. It's advisable before you start it, you have to check these so that to make sure it's compatible with your machine. I will go ahead and click on settings. Our VM is Linux Debian version. Click on description to see our Kali username and password, which is set by default. Remember, it's a pre-built Kali Linux version of a virtual machine. Move to system. As you can see, it has been allocated a memory of 2 GB. You can change this. Make sure you don't cross the green line. Mine, I will just leave it at 2 because I'm planning to install multiple virtual machines. So I will have to allocate each virtual machine a space of 2 memory, and I only have a base memory of 8. I am okay with the 2 allocated processor. Remember, you can make these changes, but don't cross the green partition. I will move ahead to storage. As you can see, it has been allocated a storage of 80 GB, which is a virtual storage. In network setting, NAT-based networking is configured by default. NAT in full means network address transition. Is the simplest way of accessing an external network from a virtual machine. In this case, our external network is through the Windows machine, which it's our Type 1 Hypervisor. We also have the bridge adapter, internal network, host-only adapter. I will prepare a tutorial to talk about networks so that we can understand the differences of these network adapters and how they function. Save the changes and let us start our virtual machine by clicking on the start button up here. VirtualBox has started. Hopefully our Kali Linux will boot up without any problem. I have got Kali Linux running on my machine successfully. So remember, our default password and username was Kali, so you'll just input Kali, then Kali, and click on login. So I'll just input the password correctly, then click on login, and you should be able to log in into your Kali machine. There you go. I have got Kali running on my computer as a virtual machine. I can go ahead and open my application. You can see you have information gathering tools, password attacks, and wireless attacks. I can go ahead and open my terminal. Type in some simple commands like who am I. This gives you the name of the user that you are currently logged in as. So I'll type who am I. You can see I'm logged in as Kali, and I can check the uname. This will return the type of Linux that you are using. I'm using Kali 6.30, which is a Debian, dynamic Debian. I can go ahead and maximize this window so that I can use full screen. Just go at view, then select full screen, or use the right control key plus F. To me, full screen experience is the best. So I'll just go ahead and close this terminal. I hope you also find it enjoying. So the next step, I'll just go ahead and shut down my virtual machine. Hopefully you find this video of help. And in our next tutorial, I'll show you how to install the IOX file as a virtual machine. Next, please do subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on post notification, because I'm going to take you through a bunch of things. I've got many tutorials prepared for you guys. I have tutorials about Nmap. I have tutorials about Wireshark, how to read packets and analyze network system. So don't miss out these exclusive contents. Please do consider subscribing, turning on the post notification, and don't forget to give us a thumb. And in case you have any question, please check the links down below. Ask your questions, comment, and share. I need you to keep this in mind, that it doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you do not stop. Have a nice time.